My name is Lisette Orellana. I'm a 23-year-old proud parent of two wonderful children. This is my story. I had my first child when I was 15 in high school. Later on, as the statistics said, I had my second child a year and a half later. I became a teen parent, a Hispanic teen parent. I became another statistic in the school system. But I was determined not to let myself be the part of those statistics that said that I wasn't going to graduate or I wasn't going to complete a college education. 6 years later, I have completed high school, I've completed an associate's degree, a bachelor's, and I'm looking forward to completing a master's degree. I have learned that setting goals for myself is important for me and for my children, and that the only way that I can see myself growing and being a better parent is making myself happy and putting myself first. Being a parent of a young girl, I want to be her role model, and I have learned that I can be a role model for other girls out there who might be in the same position that I was 6-7 years ago. Now, I look forward to completing my goals and to setting new goals for myself that include being a mentor, a supporter for Crittenton services, and a role model for other girls who probably don't see the light in the tunnel right now. I learned that you have to find the inner strength that you might think you don't have, and that you have to find your voice. A voice for a person that can't speak for himself. You have to be determined. You have to keep setting goals for yourself. You have to have a plan, no matter how small it is. You have to keep looking. You have to keep asking questions. You have to forget that you have a fear. Although it might still be there with you, you have to forget, and for once just forget about the whole world and think of what your ultimate goal and where you want to be. I had always heard that people who are abused by their significant other stay with them even after the first time, even after the first incident. And I never thought that I would be one of those women. And it took me 3 years to finally find the courage in myself to say that I deserved better, and that all I had to see was that I had children and that they deserved a better mother and a better lifestyle than the one that I was living in. The Pearls program for me was a lifesaver, was a decision-making, goal-setting program that helped me realize how much I am worth, that reminded me how smart and how strong I could be, that reminded me that I had a voice and encouraged me to set goals for myself, reminded me how to love myself, that I had self-esteem, that I could be a mom, I could be a teenager, I could be a good student all at the same time, and that there were no limits to the things that I set myself to. Without Pearls, I wouldn't be the person that I am today. Every day I remind myself of how lucky I am to know how much I'm worth, to know how valuable I am, and that I'm smart enough to pass that on to my children. Things aren't getting any easier, but I know that I now have those skills, those life skills, to think about my actions, to think for my children, and to remind myself that no matter what, I come first. I am lucky enough to love myself, to realize that I'm important, that I'm worth a lot, and that my life philosophy will go down and break the cycle for my daughter and for my son, who will not grow up to be an abusive male. Did you know that having a baby doesn't mean you can't achieve your goals? Setting goals and reminding yourself of what they are every day will highly increase your likeness of doing what you always dreamed of. Did you know that setting goals for yourself and achieving them is a constant reminder of what you can do for yourself? Even if you have a child, having a child does not stop you from becoming the person you always wanted to be.